Hey everybody, it's Chad, Nobody Else's Auto. We've got some more cool new inventory to check out tonight. The 1977 Ford Ranchero GT. Now, these 77 and 79 Rancheros and LTD2s are really pretty popular cars, and really they're pretty sharp cars. In that era, you know, things weren't known for being the greatest in performance, the greatest in style. But, you know, these Rancheros, these LTD2 coupes and stuff in this era, they weren't bad looking cars. They ran good, they drove good, and they're still pretty popular today. This one here was actually running not all that long ago, within the last year or two. Where I got it from, they said they actually did have the car fired up and it did run, even to the point where they were actually going to fix the car and get it running and driving again. It even came with a new gas tank. So still got the a brand new gas tank for one of these things in the box for one of these Rancheros. This car here, relatively solid. It's got a little bit of rust in it, but really it's pretty much all there. There's a ton of good pieces here, or like I said, this car could probably be built. Let's see what Ford had to say about these things back in the day. We go back to our sales brochure, as we've been using on a lot of these videos anymore, on what Ford had to say about the 77 Ranchero. And we can see right here with the GT on the cover, with these fade stripes, with the sport type wheels, these were pretty decent looking cars. So we open this up. This is kind of a fold out brochure, and there again we get a better look of the Ranchero GT, a rakish new look with exciting GT stripe in black, orange, silver, white, or brown. Dual racing mirrors and bright hubcaps with trim rings are standard. Shown are the optional styled steel wheels with trim rings and bumper protection group. So we also show the interiors that are available: bucket seats, brome decor, flight bench seat, and more of a basic type seat available in these. So we can see some differences where this is just kind of flat across the back, no armrest, where this has a fold down armrest, dual armrests, or full bucket seat interior. We see the Ranchero 500, the Ranchero Squire with the wood grain on it. So there again, back in the day, the El Camino, the Ranchero, they were popular vehicles, and they were utilized for a lot of different things. And we can see that just even in the different interior decor groups that were available on the Ranchero in 77. As we look over here, some personal options. The sports instrument panel includes tach, trip odometer, amp gauge, temp gauge, oil gauge, clock, and luxury steering wheel standard on the GT. So we should be seeing that inside this car here soon. Cruise control, AC, front cornering lights, AM FM stereo, tilt wheel, clock, wire wheel covers. All these options available: altitude compensating carburetor, appearance group, door edge guards, body side moldings, brome decor group, bucket seats, bumper protection with the strips, convenience group. So you could really get these things all decked out with a lot of options on these Rancheros. Wheel lip moldings, standard on the GT. So you could really make a pretty nice car out of these things. Specifications available in 302, a 351, or a 400, and a broad palette of colors available, as well as towing options. These things were pickups. They were meant to be used as a workhorse. So let's check out our Ranchero and see if it's got some of this stuff on it. We can see we do have the bumper impact strips on here and the bumper guards. Now this car has been painted at some point in time, so we don't see any wheel opening moldings. Obviously the stripes are gone. So since this car had been painted, we don't see some of that cool GT stuff on this particular car. But like we talked about, it is pretty much all here. Front end all looks pretty good. Passenger side kind of looks about the same as the driver's side, other than the fact that it's been repainted and we don't have the cool stripes and some of the trim. Really doesn't look too terribly bad. Inside over here on the passenger side, we see our Ranchero GT here on the dash with our engine turned trim. Fan shroud is laying here inside the car. I bet that's going to be missing from underneath the hood. But a pretty decent old car. We do see, as standard on the GT, our sport mirrors. And around back, there again, it's all still here. Tailgate, rear bumper with the steps on them to climb up on the back. All the trims here. A lot of good things about this particular Ranchero. Let's take a peek under the hood, then we're going to take a peek inside and see if we see some more of those standard GT options in here. Under the hood, we do see, obviously, we're missing our fan shroud. This has had a replacement radiator put in it. It has a more modern all aluminum radiator in it, but it's all still here. Like I said, I was told this car was running a year or two ago, so probably wouldn't take a ton of work to get this car back on the road. And let's check it out inside. In here we can see we do have one of these seats with the fold down armrest. Kind of a nice accessory. Since this is a Ranchero, obviously we needed to get in behind these seats. So with that armrest being in the middle, this is kind of a split type bench seat. And then back under here, we would have our storage areas. I believe this may have even been the spare tire side. We can look, we've seen, this thing's even still got the jack in it. Now, no, spare tire went on this side because here's our jack and our lug wrench all still in this car. Inside here, let's see what we've got. We have a tilt column. Yes, we do. So there is our tilt steering column. We do have AC. Now, one thing that we don't have, because we're going to jump back to 1986 here, we don't have the factory AM/FM radio because we now have a super cool Jensen cassette tape player. Check that one out. We do have our GT dash with gauges. We see our tach. And then there's our amp, temp, oil, and clock along with the engine turn trim. Remote on the mirror. Actually, dual remote mirrors. Here's the remote for the left door. And here's the remote for the right mirror over here. And it does still work. Check that out. So we've got a remote over here on the dash by the radio. So we're going to watch this mirror. Check that out. We're doing that from in here. And once again, there's our fan shroud, since this has had the radiator changed in it. But overall, kind of a neat little car. With the GT package, the sport mirror, the rally type dash, tilt column, factory air. There's just a lot of good things about this car. Like I said, it probably could be restored, but worst case scenario, there's still a ton of good parts here that are going to help save some other Rancheros and possibly some LTD2s, because those LTD2 coupes are sharp cars. I've got one other LTD2 here in the yard. You can check out the video on it as well. It is a 4-door. But a lot of these parts interchange. Basically from here forward, it's all basically the same as an LTD2. So anyway, neat old cars. Kind of excited about it. A lot of good stuff here. The fact that it is a GT, got some of the cool GT accessories as we've seen in our factory forged sales brochure. Kind of a neat old car. Didn't have any Rancheros of this era anyway, so it's always great when we can fill one of those holes about with some different inventory for stuff that people need. So anyway, you like this old Ranchero, you like any of the other couple thousand cars and trucks we got here on the ground and nobody else's auto, be sure to check out the channel. Nobody Show, hit that subscribe button, start hanging out with us. We do a lot of fun stuff on here. We do some fun live stuff. You don't want to miss any of that either. So be sure to check us out and hit that subscribe button and start hanging out. Now, if you've got any questions about this particular Ranchero or any of these other cars and trucks we've got here on the ground right now and nobody else's auto, just give me a call. 620-786-4428. Having that conversation on the phone is the only way we're going to get everything sorted out. I need to know as much as I can about your project, year, make, model, body style, the parts you need, things like that. That's all super critical. With the amount of inventory I've got, I need to know what I'm looking for when I get out here. So that's super easy to do on a phone call, texts, emails. None of that stuff is ever clear. So just give me a call. I'll get you on my notepad, check it out, see if I've got anything here that I can help you out with. So hope you enjoyed the little Ranchero. Kind of a neat little car. We've got a lot more great stuff coming up. You guys don't want to miss any of it. We've had a ton of cars and trucks hitting the ground here lately. So Rio Speedwagon, several Ford pickups, a lot of cool stuff been hitting the ground. So you don't want to miss any of it. And kind of some different stuff like that Rio. You don't see those every day. But that's what's cool. That's what's fun about this. I never know what I'm going to find week to week. Turbocharged Riviera, weird stuff like that, all coming up soon. So stay tuned. A lot of neat stuff happening. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching this video and checking out the Ranchero GT with us. And stay tuned. We've got a lot more cool stuff coming up.